Here's a quick video on a 48 RE busted tail housing. You can see it much easier here. So the tail housing bolts onto here. These bolts were removed. This all should be one piece. Look at that. So this guy had this broken for some time, and you can kind of see, I mean, you could obviously see this crazy gap here, which wasn't as evident until I took it apart. But it's kind of a bad design now. This is a 3rd gen Dodge. They fixed this in the 4th gen with the way they've got the transfer case braced and the transmission mount. But here's the flaw. So it's kind of just a design flaw. Here's the transmission mount. How much play that has. So if you were looking at this and just looking at it for a rip or cut, maybe you can kind of see a little bit here, but just if you were looking at it, and when this thing was bolted on, it didn't have this much play. And they've got the heavier duty, kind of almost a one piece. Obviously you don't want a solid piece, then you'll have kind of transferred the stress to some other place that would break. But the flaw is this, and then imagine having 90 pounds hanging on the back here, which would be the transfer case. That's the transfer case. That's about 80 to 100 pounds, maybe 90 pounds. And nothing supporting that transfer case. So just through physics, with something hanging, you have a lever, and you'll have a bunch of force. Of course, that's going to break. Which you can see actually did break. So he was driving around with that for a while, wondering why he was losing fluid. You can kind of see here the pan was dealt with a bunch of times, and even for me it was hard to figure this out. I had to pressure wash this truck because everything was so wet. Just did not know where it was leaking from. And what was kind of deceiving is that the pan is also leaking. So anyway, that's an issue. So the fix for this is going to be replacing this tail housing and new transmission mount. Surprisingly, it looks like this vehicle, I thought this trim had a skid guard. But apparently it didn't come with one, so I ordered a skid guard for this. And what I'm going to do is you can look it up, there's a bracket that you use to mount the transfer case onto the skid guard to kind of prevent it from torquing, to alleviate this issue here. So anyway, that's it. Quick video on what a broken tail housing is, what the fix is, what it looks like. If you're losing a lot of fluid, you're not figuring it out, it's probably the tail housing if you haven't already addressed it, or obviously you could tell and look and see if it's cracked, like this one. Good times. All right, thank you very much. Bye.